Dear 1502 students, in this clip I will explain the concepts linguistic and non-linguistic signs. Let's start with the meaning of signs in general as discussed in your textbook, Carter and Goddard. Signs are meaning-making elements in communication. These elements could either be linguistic or non-linguistic. When we talk about linguistic signs, we are referring to verbal or written language. This could be a letter, a syllable, a word, a phrase, a clause, a book chapter, any written language. On the other hand, a non-linguistic sign um, refers, in fact, it is the opposite of the linguistic sign. It refers to any um, sign where no language as explained has been used. In this case, we could be referring to illustrations, pictures, graphs, road signs, and other public signs where no verbal or written language has been used. But still, meaning is conveyed. Think, for example, of a picture in a public toilet. You see a picture indicating that the toilet is for women only, and sometimes you see a picture indicating that the toilet is for use by men only. In this case, the meaning is conveyed, but it's conveyed through a picture, which is non-linguistic. However, in some instances, we find both linguistic and non-linguistic signs. Think of a board written, "Do not enter," but then below the same board, you find a crossed a person. The words "do not enter" on the board are obviously linguistic signs or a linguistic sign. On the other hand, the cross picture of a person is a non-linguistic sign. Please read more about this in your textbook. Focus on chapter 9, where the notion of language or communication is consisting of signs which could either be linguistic or non-linguistic is explained. In this chapter, language or communication is viewed as a semiotic system, where semiotic simply means meaning making through signs or through verbal signs or non-verbal or non-linguistic signs. So please read that carefully. And there's a lot of explanation there. Just to read the entire chapter. By the end of the chapter, I'm sure you will have understood the difference. So the very notion of language or communication as consisting of signs comes from a branch of study known as semiology. You will find that in your textbook again in the same chapter. In semiology, any sign is viewed as a text. So, a picture is a sign. A drawing is a picture is a text. A drawing is a text. A paragraph is a text. A book chapter is a text. And a novel is a text. So there is this broader meaning of text. However, from a linguistic perspective or view, a text tends to be used with reference to written language, such as a paragraph, a clause, a poem, anything that has written language. That's what tends to happen in linguistics. Semiologists would consider this a restricted use of text or meaning of text. So I think you see the connection now between non-linguistic, linguistic sign, and text. So given this explanation, let us go back to the question that was asked by one of you. One of you asked, does text in this question refer to an image or a written text? And then the second question is, could you possibly give me examples as to linguistic sign and non-linguistic signs as to explain the concept better? I think the explanation I've just provided you answers the question. What I want you to do is to go back, listen to this clip. By the end of the clip, read chapter 9 together. These two together will assist you to better understand what you are supposed to do in assignment 1, I think, question 3. Thank you.